Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Dead Air Dudes. I'm Izzy.
I'm Rocka. What up, peeps?
Going on today, we have another top 13 for you. Today, we're going to count down the top 13 Scream Queens, in our humble opinion, of all time. Rocka, tell them what a Scream Queen is.
All right, for you fans out there, especially those of the horror, thriller, slasher genre, whatever you want to call it. And I know the lines and boundaries have been more skewed today more than ever. But you have a main character who is a female who survives, thrives, beats the odds, especially when being hunted by a killer, psychopath, maniac, evil force, demonic possessed, whatever. She is the queen of queens. She is the top dog. She is the one who lives to tell. That, in essence, is the Scream Queen.
Exactly. Another name for that some people have been using is a final girl. Same thing, which essentially means the girl at the end of the movie who survives. Womp womp. You know. So in this list, it's not fully, the exact definition, but for this purposes, we're going for it. So that being said,
just a disclaimer, folks. It is tough with the I don't know how many movies there are out there. My top 5 is solid. 13 to 5. The order could be kind of manipulated here and there. I'm not going to argue one bit or another. I just threw it in there because they're all kind of a dead even 6. So we'll just get into it, and you guys can discuss, debate, trash us, like us, whatever.
Call us assholes or dumbskis or,
So let's start these festivities off because we like to celebrate the Scream Queens. Somehow it does resonate better for me personally that the female lead survives than the male. There's something more embracing, heroic of a heroine, any way you put it. Sir, shall we rock, paper, scissors? Who goes first?
Nah, you can go first. Go ahead, rock on.
God damn you. Okay.
I'll go first then.
Now let's throw us in there. I'm going to start this off with a movie that all of us has probably seen. It's a classic. It's a modern classic. It's a horror movie. It's a little fun. I think it's a little funny, but it is definitely Scream-ish. And that is I Know What You Did Last Summer. And so I'm picking Jennifer Love Hewitt playing the roles of Julie James. In that flick, she screams, she escapes, she takes some hits.
She has one of the best screams that there are out there. She has a great scream.
So,
all right, number 13 for me is. Might get a little trashing for this, but Jane Levy, she was in the remake or the reimagining of Evil Dead. Played Mia, I think the character she played, and she was also in Don't Breathe, which was a very underrated movie by the same director, Fede Alvarez, and I think she's pretty good. So, all right, number 12 for you, sir.
Well, for me, I'm going classic. I'm going to The Exorcist. Some will trash me for not having this higher on the list, but I think by and large being the survivor and playing a great role and being one of the main focuses, she was not the main actress or actor in the movie. It was the priest. So even though I give her props now, in hindsight, when I thought about it, she wasn't the main character. But I still have to give her props, and that's Linda Blair.
All right, I can dig it. I can dig it. Number 12 for me is another relative unknown. You've probably seen her in a million movies, but you just can't place her. But, faithful horror hounds will know who she is when I say Catherine Isabel. I might have mangled her last name, but yeah. She was in Ginger Snaps. She was in Carrie, in Freddy vs. Jason, 30 Days of Night, the sequel. And she played the title character in American Mary.
Okay. No, I hear you. I hear you. I like how you're circling the outer orbits, and I'm sure you're going to get closer to the sun. As we get to number 11. Number 11, I'm sticking with my retro theme. Again, I'm going to take a burn here. I know from a lot of classic, old school guys out there. Marilyn Burns in the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and then later TV series Helter Skelter.
You, sir, are a clown.
I thought she was fantastic.
You're a clown with a rubber nose and floppy feet.
Honk, honk. I thought she was fantastic. I thought without her, it's just a slasher killer movie. She escapes death within many, many times.
Yeah, okay.
So continues the clown show.
Number 11 for me is the aforementioned Linda Blair. Enough said. Moving on. Number 10 for you.
A legitimate pick within the inner orbit.
Number 10, sir.
Number 10. I'm going Heather Langenkamp. From
boy, oh boy.
Elm Street. No, please don't hold back. I see you holding back there. You know what happens when you hold it in? You implode. Please don't implode. Let it out.
I can't wait to see your top 5. That's all I have to say.
10 for you, sir. Volleying back.
I think I have a headache. 10 for me is Janet Leigh, the mom of Timothy Curtis. And she was in Psycho. So there you go.
Wow. Can you do me a favor? Can you fold up your list, fold up the computer laptop, and just walk out? Can you just walk out? Can you just walk out? Just walk out right now. Because right now, you have delegitimized that piece of paper. That poor piece of paper. It's a dreamer paper right now. It has no home. Unbelievable. God.
Number 9, sir.
Turpentine. Number 9 for me is
what? And folks, this is water in here. Okay?
Is it? Is it really?
It is.
Nev Campbell. I'm going Nev Campbell from Scream and The Crowd.
Oh boy. Again, I have to see your top 5. This is insane to me. What was it? Where number 9?
Likewise, fellow mofo. Likewise.
We're number 9, right? Number 9 for me is Salma Gellar from Buffy.
Oh my God.
Last Summer from Grudge, Scream 2, and many other films.
Where's Izzy? Because you're being replaced by a heretic. Really?
Number 8 for you.
8, and I'm ready to take it. I'm assuming the position. I'm ready. I'm ready. You're never really ready, but I'm ready as ready can be. And I'm going on a limb here. I don't know if it's exactly into the horror wheelhouse, but fuck it. Jodie Foster as Clarice Starling in The Silence of the Lambs.
Oh, boy. All right. Okay.
You hold it so tight, man. I mean, is it a diamond by now?
Number 8, right? Number 8, Vera Farmiga from The Conjuring, Bates Motel, and, other movies. Number 8.
Is a high honorable mention for me. I had her down. I was toying with putting her as in the number 13 slot. I could have, again, very well. Everybody after 5 is on the same plane. She is pretty good. Bates Motel, Conjuring, Orphan. I mean, she's really good. So, my 7. Yes, this individual only had really one stellar, memorable, kick-ass performance. But what a performance. I mean, if you had to get to the plate and at the bottom of the ninth in the tied World Series Game 7 and you hit one out of the park, a la Carter, Blue Jays, win it all, walk home, throw the hat, fuck the career, call it done, Shelley Duvall in Stanley Kubrick's version of The Shining.
That's actually not bad. I'm you know, she's the honorable mention. Yeah, actually, you know.
But it was a performance of the ages.
Yes,
So much so everybody remembers it.
I prefer her in Popeye, but you know, that's
Go continue, sir.
Number 7 for me, Jennifer Love Hewitt from the aforementioned. I know what you did that summer, and I still know what you did that summer. Those lungs were phenomenal. You know, her lungs were great.
Good lung work. Good lung work. Okay, we'll leave that one there. Number 6. I'm going old school into / modern era to somebody who I am a fan of, who has done many, many pictures. I think completely underrated. I think doesn't get the attention she deserves. Adrienne Barbeau. And someone's watching me, The Fog, Escape from New York, The Swamp Thing, Creepshow, The Thing. I can go on and on and on. She's memorable. She's iconic. She's a huge draw no matter what festival, what Comic-Con convention's going on. For pure hardcore fans, you know her work, you know her. A big fraction of the horror genre doesn't exist without her.
Yeah. Solid. Now I'm gonna come out from left field, maybe from Planet X.
Wait. So you wait till 6 from Planet X, scudding your way through the freaking the asteroid belt, entering into the upper atmosphere. Let's hear it. Drum roll, please.
All right. She had many a movie in the 80s. I would say probably a B movie scream queen.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
Linnea Quigley. She was in Return of the Dead, Night of the Demons, Hollywood Chainsaw, Hooker, Creepazoids, Silent Night, Deadly Night, you know, Bikini Beach Babe from Beyond, Graduation Day. We can go on and on and on and on.
Sorry, are we doing?
All the hounds will know who I'm talking about. Okay.
Are we doing Queen of the B movies?
All right. She deserves to be mentioned. Enough said.
As an honorable mention, you have her as a 6th planet.
She deserves to be mentioned. Number 5.
Saturn's not happy with you. 5 is, as Izzy knows, and those of you know me know, is a personal favorite of mine, and so she definitely gets the 5.
Well, Izzy doesn't know because your list is
It's stellar. It's stellar. It's mint.
Well, it's definitely something. I'm not sure if stellar is the word, but you know.
Mila Jovovich.
What?
Mila Jovovich in Resident Evil series, The Fifth Element, Hellboy 2019, The Fourth Kind, Ultraviolet. I can go on and on and on, but I won't. She has created herself to be the lasting impression of salvation itself through the darkest reaches of horror movies.
All right. Number 5 for me, Danielle Harris from Halloween, all the Hatchet movies, and Stakeland, I do believe also she was in, amongst other films.
I'm sorry, who?
All right, we know who I'm talking about.
I heard 3 crickets back there.
Look it up and put some respect on the name. Number 4.
The Hubble telescope that is now entering the outer atmosphere, the outer galaxy, knows Mila Jovovich. But who you just said, I don't know. I am not so sure. Number 4 is none other.
Seriously, do you know who Danielle Harris is?
Yeah, I know, but not on this list. I'm sorry. Number 4, everyone knows from movies such as Ghostbusters, Aliens, Cabin in the Woods, The Village, Stamps, Snow White, Copycat, etc., 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 etc. I give you and I present to you with praise and adoration, Mr. Gordon Reed.
She's not a scream queen. But I digress.
Whoa, you're the one that argued from the pulpit that Aliens is a horror movie.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Number 4 for me is the aforementioned Marilyn Burns. Whom you gave no respect to, putting her 17 or whatever you put her back there, and
she was on her way in from intergalactic space travel.
How do you mind? Her performance in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 1 and 2 was something of that actually people in countries that have been banned thinking it was a legitimate snuff film.
That's okay. I got something for you at number 1, so that's okay.
All right. Okay. Go ahead. Number 3, yeah?
Number 3 is, again, anybody out there knows me. Izzy apparently doesn't know me. But 3, 2, and 1, beyond mint, beyond Hall of Fame, beyond iconic. And I'm talking about Buffy the Vampire Slayer, I Know What You Did Last Summer, Scream, The Grudge, the one and only Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Can't argue with that. She was number 9 on my list.
Ooh, speechless. Yeah, I guess. I guess the resume wasn't enough to snuff.
Number 3 to me is Heather Langenkamp, the aforementioned Heather Langenkamp. Nancy.
She was fantastic. She was
Nightmare on Elm Street.
She was fantastic. No, I can't say. I mean, we're in the top 10, but okay.
Number 2.
Number 2. Struggling with this one, but in the end, there can only be one, and hence there can only be one number 2, which I'm placing.
I have no idea because your list is whatever.
Jamie Lee Curtis as none other than Laurie Strode in 1978's iconic Halloween by John Carpenter, as well as Prom Night, Terror Train, Halloween 2, and Resurrection. She has become the iconic Scream queen, and I place her in the number 2 only out of due respect for who I put in number 1 as a trailblazer. So that is my number 2. Sir, without further ado, the Izzy number 2 Scream Queen is
Neve Campbell.
Sorry. No, that was I ate something, went down the wrong pipe. I'm sorry.
I know what you ate.
You know what kind of nut I ate? Do you know? You want to tell the fans what kind of nut I ate? No, please don't. Please. We're trying to keep this family.
Oh, all right.
Before we move on to number 1, please.
Who the hell is your number 1?
Enlighten us how, of all the Scream Queens that have survived endless slaughter of the most evil, vicious characters created, Neve Campbell ends up as number 2.
Yes.
Well, with that argument, I have nothing else I can say. So my number 1 is the Trailblazer, without which the rest of the progeny does not exist of Scream Queens. And that is the one and only Janet Leigh, Jamie Lee Curtis's mom, in 1960s Alfred Hitchcock's masterpiece, Psycho. Prior to that, she appeared in Orson Welles' Touch of Evil, afterwards The Manchurian Candidate, blah, blah, and then with Jamie, her daughter, in The Fog. Again, I place her as number 1, just like Babe Ruth's number 1, without which number 2 to 99 does not exist.
She was on my list.
Yeah. That's why you've been dubbed a heretic, but go. Please. As I mentioned before, SpaceX is now returning back with the passengers, not saying they're all together. Some of them are not all together. But as the door hatch opens, Izzy steps out hand in hand, and who is wrapped around his left arm? None other than, please.
Jamie Lee Curtis. Laurie Strode herself.
I can't mess with that. Although the rest of your list should be burned. I mean, do me a favor.
The Heretic.
Can you cut out number 1 and just light up the rest of the paper? It's rumor has it to be very cold winter.
You know what?
So I would stack that just in case.
Clown is an insult to clowns. Okay? That's what I'm gonna say.
Well, on this very sweltering summer eve.
You're like a court jester, maybe, with the floppy ears and everything,
Yes, I'm gonna be set ablaze in the triangular hut in Midsommar. With that said, that wraps up our top 13 Scream Queens in a much debatable list.
Yeah, I think Pete misunderstood the assignment, and he gave us something different than what we really wanted. But that's okay. That's why Rocka is Rocka, and
to wrap it up, I'll throw in a couple of honorable mentions. Emily Blunt in A Quiet Place, Sarah Connor in Terminator. I know that's not horror per se, but
God.
Shauna McDonald as Sarah in The Descent, very good movie. Adrienne King is Alice Hardy in Friday the 13th. Vera Farmiga in The Conjuring, The Orphan, and you had mentioned those are in my honorable mentions. Yours?
Honorable mentions. You have Barbara Steele, obviously from the early movies in the 60s. You have Anna Taylor-Joy, who was in The Witch. She's in the New Mutants movie. Also, she was in Split. You also have Heather O'Rourke from Poltergeist. And you have aforementioned Duval from The Shining.
Shelley, a.k.a. Olive Oil.
Now, this is our list of our faves. Let us know what you guys think. If you watch us on YouTube, please give us a like, subscribe, and let us know.
And definitely, we're on podcasts on all mediums: iHeartRadio, iTunes, Buzzsprout, Spotify, you name it. As you mentioned, argue, like, dislike, trash us, like us, reach out to us. Thanks for your feedback. We've done this before. We've gotten some interesting ideas and pursued them in previous podcasts. Definitely give us a shout out. Show us your love. We'll love you back. Thanks so much. I'm Rocka.
I'm Izzy. Everybody stay safe. Be good to each other. And as always, save the whales.
Save the whales. Peace out, peeps.